No one can know exactly when it first began, when sex trafficking became culturally acceptable in Cambodia and other parts of Asia. However, if we delve into Cambodia's recent history, we can discover what may have triggered its rampant growth throughout the country. Roughly 2 million people died during the regime of dictator Pol Pot and the Khmer Rouge. We met Cham No, who survived these tragic events and now runs Cambodian Hope Organization.
I grew up and during the Khmer Rouge 1975, I lived in the labor camp. 3 years, 8 months, 20 days. I'm working very hard, 16, 17 hours per day in small food. Every night people die because they have no food, because they're working hard, because they're lazy.
The survivors were faced with the seemingly impossible task of picking up the pieces and rebuilding their country.
Whole country fighting, killing. And a lot of men were killed during the war. Leave a lot of single mother with a lot of children. That's why a lot of children been trafficking, or a lot of children on the street, because the education of the parent, they cannot see the reason of the education.
Because nearly all Cambodians living in rural areas lack education and basic skills, they are left with few opportunities to support themselves, forcing countless women and even children to sell their own bodies just to survive. With a population of about 2 million people in the capital city of Phnom Penh, an estimated 10 to 20,000 are women and children fueling the country's sex industry. That's roughly 1 in every 150 people performing some type of sexual act for payment. In Cambodia and other Asian countries, children are frequently expected to care for their parents, forcing even young children to contribute. Too often, the quickest way to make the most money is to sell their bodies on the streets. We met a young woman, Chaya, who works in a market at the ancient temple of Angkor Wat, but also as a prostitute to support herself and her family. Already, she's a seasoned veteran, having worked in the sex industry since she was just 10 years old. Part of her appeal is undoubtedly her very young appearance, though she claims to be 22. We wanted to know what drove her to continue to work in such a dangerous and demeaning profession.
If we don't work, stay only at home and make money for the round.
Although Chaya and many others like her have so little, she still manages to find positive things that allow her to keep going.
If all the friends make me happy, I get happy so much with all my friends. Like all the family, if we make happy, and then we get to happy with the family.
Many children are not as fortunate as Chaya. They must grow up without families and are faced with the harsh reality of fending for themselves. Some do odd jobs like collecting bottles for recycling, while others forage through the trash just to find food. One woman we interviewed, Nalin, started life on the streets at the age of 6, after being abandoned by her parents.
Yes, I am the baker, and then so I pick up some plastic, something for me to eat in the morning. So when I have no something to eat, so I always pick something on the ticket to eat for my first breakfast.
The ticket she's referring to is something like a loan or IOU. Because she didn't have any money, she would have to settle the debt with sex. Nalin was just one of the countless children who must choose between starving or selling their bodies and their innocence. This is Tong. When he was 8 years old, he and his sister lost their only caregiver. After his aunt died, he went to live in the market, where he had to beg for food or money. His mother was a prostitute, so she hadn't been there to care for them. When she found them living on the streets, She tried to capitalize on his little sister's innocence by offering her to clients. However, Tong volunteered to take her place without fully realizing what he would have to do. Even after living in an orphanage for 2 years, he still has nightmares about the years he was forced to perform sexual acts for grown men. Children are often seen as little more than property, even to their own parents. This sweet little girl that we met is in hiding. Her mother ran with her and her 2 siblings after their father tried to sell his own children for the cost of a few meals, a sacrifice many parents are willing to make just to survive. In contrast, some parents don't know that they're selling their children into the sex trade. They think they're giving them a better life. We met Rin, who works for Water of Life, an organization that rescues children from prostitution and off the streets.
So it's hard for her to look after her life, her family.
He told us that men would often approach a girl's parents, convincing them that they could provide better opportunities for the girls.
It's okay, come to work in Phnom Penh, any city. We're gonna find a job for you, this and that. But she didn't know. And she come along with her friend. And then they sell her. Whatever that child face, sometimes they put the child in one place and then lock her. Nobody can run away from her. If she not serve the boys, the guys, or the foreigners, whoever, they're gonna beat her over.
Perhaps the most infamous stories about human trafficking are about young women who are kidnapped, torn from their families, jobs, or homes. One of the men we met, Chana, told us a story about his aunt and her daughter, who we'll call Samnam.
គាត់បានបាត់បង់កូននឹងយូរឆ្នាំហើយប្រហែលជាជិត20ឆ្នាំបងស្រីនឹងអាយុកាលដែលគេចាប់គាត់នឹងគឺអាយុគាត់17ឆ្នាំគាត់លក់គាត់យកផ្លែឈើទៅលក់គាត់យកផ្លែឈើពួកគាត់នៅព្រៃវែងហើយគាត់យកផ្លែឈើមកលក់នៅអ្នកលឿង
Samnam was taken from the market and put into a car.
ហើយបន្តមកទៀតគេបានលឺដំណឹងពាក់ទងនឹងកូននឹង
As many of us would if our own child was taken, Samnam's mother traveled many different places, trying in vain to find her daughter. When a girl is sold into sex trafficking, she often faces unbearable living conditions. Chana and Rin shared with us some of the atrocities done to girls held captive in brothels.
In the sex trafficking, they put the girls inside one room. They not allow the girls come out.
ហើយបំបត្តិដូចថាបំបត្តិសិទ្ធិសេរីភាពរបស់គាត់មិនឲ្យគាត់ទៅរៀនមិនឲ្យគាត់ធ្វើកិច្ចការផ្សេងៗដែលគាត់ចង់ធ្វើ
Basically, they take away her right to control any aspect of her life. Even though the world might call her a prostitute, she is really nothing more than a sex slave.
Especially the girls, they do slave, like sometimes to receive the guys, 2, 3 or 4 guys or 10 guys or 20 guys a day. If she run away, they're gonna call her and kill her.
This is Long, who works with Rin and others to provide a safe home for children that have been rescued.
So this is a place in Cambodia, we call it the building, and in the daytime you don't see much going on over here because at night you cannot see along the street down behind me. It's just a lot of people, a lot of girls, they try to work and then they work as a prostitute. At night it's like a market, it's like a crowded place that people come and just hang out and have fun. It's pretty sad to see these people working and just trying to make a living. But there's so much more than that. They don't deserve to do this. We don't have to do this.
When we returned to the building after dark, we saw some of the changes Long described. However, government involvement has caused a visual impact on the sex trade in Phnom Penh. Brothel owners have been forced to go underground, masquerading as massage parlors, bars, and restaurants to pass as legitimate businesses, but some are better than others at hiding their true purpose. As we first entered the area, a man called out to us. The term boom boom is code for sex. Focusing on the numbers, putting an end to sex trafficking in Cambodia may seem like an impossible task, but there is hope. Earlier, we told you about Samnang, who was kidnapped and sold to sex traffickers, but there's more to her story.
ហើយគាត់បានលាក់រឿងរ៉ាវរបស់គាត់ហ្នឹងគាត់ក្នុងជីវិតរបស់គាត់ដែលគេបានចាប់គាត់ទៅហ្នឹងហើយបន្ទាប់មកទៀតគាត់ក៏បានគិតហើយគាត់ក៏បានចាប់ដើមក្នុងការស្វែងរកសួររកបងប្អូនសាច់ញាតិវិញហើយបន្ទាប់មកទៀតគឺប្រហែលជាខ្ទង់20ឆ្នាំបន្ទាប់ពីគាត់បាត់ខ្លួនហ្នឹងគេបានស្វែងរកគាត់ឃើញហើយបន្ទាប់មកទៀតឪពុកគាត់អត់ជឿទេក្រុមគ្រួសាររបស់គាត់អត់ជឿទាំងអស់ព្រោះគាត់បាន20ឆ្នាំជាងហើយបន្ទាប់មកទៀតគាត់បានបង្ហាញរូបថតគាត់តាំងពីនៅតូចព្រោះគាត់ដាក់តាមហើយបន្ទាប់មកទៀតប្តីរបស់គាត់នឹងបាននិយាយទាក់ទងនឹងរឿងរ៉ាវរបស់គាត់ព្រោះគាត់ជាអ្នកដែលជួយដល់ប្រពន្ធរបស់គាត់ដែរគ្រួសាររបស់គាត់ព្យាយាមនឹងការសួរគាត់ប៉ុន្តែពេលដែលសួរគឺគាត់និយាយអត់រួច
Finally, Samnang's parents accepted the truth. But Samnang's fear and shame can only be expected in a society that ostracizes women and children that have been victims of sex trafficking. Riti is the director and founder of Cambodian Hope Association, the orphanage where Tong and about 30 other children live. Once homeless himself, he couldn't bear to see more children suffer as he did. As a young man, he worked as a preacher and would walk back and forth to school. On his way home, he would see children sleeping on the street.
When they told me about they don't have food, eating, sleep without food, I get my pocket salary money to buy something for them eating. And then I just told them, if you hungry, in the morning at 7 o'clock, you can come to my room and you can eat. Because I understand that when I was on the street, I understand the children, they are living on the street. It's very, very difficult when we are hungry and very hard to live, especially we have no food, no home to stay, and then no people take care. In the morning, he went to my room and then I gave them food and I eat with him. Lunchtime, I told them that if lunchtime at 12 o'clock, you can come to my room and eat together. But they don't come they come two kids. They come two kids and then I give them food. Dinner time, they come again, it's not 2, they have 4. That is make me understand sometimes when tomorrow, they get more. Until 5 or 6 children, they said they don't have somewhere to sleep. They just want to sleep here, and then so I don't have enough place for them to sleep. I just find orphanage, and then I send to the old orphanage where I lived before. I send them to live there.
Realizing the extent of the problem, Riti sought financial assistance to start his own orphanage. And though he and others like him give everything they have to help, his orphanage is one of many that relies heavily on government funding, donations, and volunteers. While all of the children at Cambodia Hope Association are barefoot and have only a single worn, dirty set of clothes, they are still the lucky ones. At least these children have a roof over their heads, food to eat, and protection from the dangers of the streets. But for how long?
They've been through all this bad stuff, so the kids want to see the light. Come to encourage, come to love this kid in the right way. No, come to help to spend time with the kids, teaching English, music, everything that you can come and spend time with those kids. You're gonna bring a lot of change. Your donation, $1, $2, $10, whatever that put in your heart, you're gonna change one life.
ពីព្រោះវាសំខាន់មនុស្សយើងនឹងដល់វ័យមួយដែលដល់អាយុនឹងត្រូវបានន័យថានឹងត្រូវស្លាប់ទៅហើយអ្នកដទៃអ្នកក្រោយនឹងបន្តការងារនឹងអញ្ចឹងបើសិនជាបញ្ហានឹងនៅតែកើតមានក្នុងសង្គមហើយធ្វើឲ្យកើតឡើងដល់អ្នកចំនួនក្រោយអញ្ចឹងសង្គមនៅថ្ងៃអនាគតនឹងគ្មានអ្នកចេះដឹងហើយនឹងជួបកើតបញ្ហាច្រើនទៅ
When I walk on the street, I have no home, no parents, my mom died, and I look up to the sky. And I move. I want to fly in the airplane one day. I want to live in one house, one big house one day. I want to have a parents one day. Now I know those dreams become true.
Now, Rin has a new dream.
So my dream is I want to be a leader and teacher. I want to teach other kids, orphans kids, street kids, to know, to have education like me, so they have a better chance in the future.
The wonderful men and women that run organizations like Water of Life, Cambodia Hope Association, and many others give so much of their time, money, and love trying to make a difference in the lives of these children. But it's still not enough. In Cambodia alone, there are thousands of children living on the streets, vulnerable to sexual exploitation because they have no family, no one to care for them, no one to notice if they disappear. As Chana said, we are all human beings. We are all part of a global community. If we each reach out in our own way, we can help these beautiful people pick up the pieces of their shattered lives and build a better future for ourselves and our children.